Hey guys, Coral here with Allergy Reality Inspiration. I'm here today in the reality of my pantry. Now, when my daughter was first diagnosed with celiac disease, holy cow, what do you even do with your pantry? So for many people, and what I read is you had to throw away everything and go 100% cold turkey, just get rid of everything gluten in your home. Well, for me and my sanity, there was no way I can wrap my head around that. I had to do baby steps to keep my composure. And so what I did is I used this red glittery tape, and I sectioned my pantry off. Now I had shelves of gluten and shelves of non-gluten. And everything with gluten had a red tape on it because we have 4 children and I have a busy home. I work also. And so I had babysitters coming in-laws, family, everybody's in the home always. So I needed everybody to know what Chanel could or could not eat. So I used a red glittery tape that was like, boom, Chanel can't have that. And so I slowly integrated to be completely gluten-free. Now, everybody has their choice on how they do this, but yes, it is a whole lot easier if you have celiac disease to have majority of gluten-free in your home. And so what I've done is I sectioned my pantry, and literally every single thing that came into my home, I would grab and I would scan it with some of these fancy apps that we have, scan it, and if it came up unknown, or if it had a question or what, you better believe I called every number on the jars. I needed to make sure that what I was giving Chanel was going to be okay and she wasn't going to throw up or be malnourished because of it. And so as a mother, that's what you do. You just got to do it. So this is how I did it, and I slowly transitioned, and my pantry has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller of items that are gluten-free or gluten versus gluten-free. So I'm going to take you on a journey through my pantry. So here are my cans. Now, surprisingly, canned foods have gluten in them, a lot. I had no idea. I thought, oh, they're all great. No, sometimes you find gluten hidden. So now I've transitioned to almost all of my cans are gluten-free except for little Vienna sausages. One of my kids loves Vienna sausages, so that's just something that I red tape and make sure that babysitters and everything knows Chanel doesn't have those, but that's something that I do keep in the home, and I put it on a paper plate when they want it, and they don't use anything else because I'd rather not have to worry about Chanel touching it and then touching her mouth or eating something after. It just makes life a whole lot easier. It's hard enough going out. I want to make my home just peaceful and safe. So those are how I do my cans, and I just have one thing left. So okay, so this is how I've organized my baking area. I have little buckets that help me keep organized and pull things out. Some of my very favorite things to bake with, actually my favorite thing to bake with is Jell-O. As you can see, I am like a Jell-O hoarder over here. I used to always use this kind. There are a lot of preservatives or what, and then I don't know if you guys have noticed these in your local market, but holy smokes, the flavor is on point. And this little gem will make anything that you bake or anything like that, like pancakes, or pancakes would probably be this one, or any cupcakes or brownies or anything you do, add a package of Jell-O, you'll thank me. Seriously, life-changing. No one even knows that I cook or I bake the gluten-free. When I take it to place, everyone's like, oh, I want Coral stuff. Why? Because this little gem, that's my whole secret. Yeah, you'll thank me. Don't worry. I know. Some of our favorite baking mixes, Enjoy Life, always a good one. Always a good one. Betty Crocker, they also have a good one that we like. Now, sometimes people will say that they've had symptoms or breakouts or different things. I always read the label and find what you feel is good for you. And don't judge me for my not the healthiest things that I have, but know that this is real life and this is just what you do. You have 4 kids, you work, you do random things. You're on survival mode, and we're just trying to make it and stay happy and healthy. Now this section is more of my baking as well, and now I'm a little silly and I have to have everything in containers and I have them labeled, but all of this is all gluten-free and I make sure of it. But I also have things that I cook with in these baskets down here. Barilla, always a good one. Now, I don't know if you know of Aldi. If you have an Aldi grocery store near you, woo, you score, because Live G-Free is awesome. They have gluten-free choices for just about everything, and they're a lot more inexpensive. That's a great tip. I also like Live G Free, their pizza crust, great. Their stuffing, like just little things that you're like, oh, I wish I had. They have this stuff. It's really good, and it's pretty good price. Also, these are amazing, just different pita breads and pie crusts and different flatbreads that you can make that are gluten-free. Always helpful. Okay, now this is my segment of the lunch station right here. So you can see here my kids have their lunch pails, and they grab their lunch pail and they get to pick out their snacks that they want. I have different things in here. I got like fruit leathers and apple sauces and fruit roll-ups. I know, not the healthiest thing. Don't judge me. Survival mode, right? I also have rice cakes. Of course, I'm always out because I'm always almost out because this is just my go-to for everything. But I also have a basket here that I want to show you. This has red tape on it, so you better believe, yep, this is my gluten basket. Not all my kids have to eat gluten-free, and so I do let them pick something out of here that has gluten in it, and they can take that to school. But again, it's on the top shelf, very safe for our family, and they can just grab and go. I don't have to worry about crumbs or anything because they're taking it on the go. So this is just what makes my life a little bit easier. Again, we're all on survival mode, and so whatever tips and tricks that you have that you can help me, comment in below. Let us know what we can do to help our little pantry here at Allergy Reality. All right, here are my snacks that my kids can just grab and go. I got some yogurt bites. All of it's always gluten-free and safe, so Chanel never has to worry about it, and all the other kids can eat it, and they love it too. These are my Milton's crackers, which, holy cow, Milton's, we love you. Thank you. It goes good with everything, literally everything. We always like, whatever we're eating, have Milton cracker with it. They're always good. And here's some Living G Free onion straws. Awesome. What a great supplement that we also bake with and cook with. So, but one thing I wanted to touch on is our cereal. Now, this could be a controversial issue right here. You'll notice that I have some red tape on the Cheerios and Chex. It's debatable if they're safe or not for celiacs. And so I choose to stay away from them for Chanel's sake, just to make sure that she's good and healthy. But my other kids can have it. So I don't have a problem with crumbs of Cheerios or Chex, but I also don't want her to have a whole bowl of it. So I still keep them in my house, but the other kids eat them. And Chanel, these are her two favorite. Vans. The Blissfully Berry, they also have a cinnamon one that's to die for. It's really good. And also by Freedom Foods, this Maple Crunch is also one of her favorites that she loves to eat. And she does not feel slighted at the least for eating gluten-free cereal because this stuff is legit. I also have my little gluten-free pancake mixes, and everything's gluten-free, so that way we can go. We have some oatmeal, just lots of good options. So my pantry might not look too foreign to people because we're trying to make everyday life that reality of life with foods that we all eat and comfort foods, but yet being safe. And so I find it so helpful to have a safe pantry and have a safe home so that everybody can be their best that they can be. Thank you for going on this journey in my pantry today. We've been so excited to share with you what our reality looks like in our own kitchen. Like, subscribe. We're also going to comment below and let you know some of our favorites that are in our pantry today so that you can quick reference to and pick them up at your local store on Amazon or what you choose. Have a great day.